Ooh, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis B. Bevels. The P today stands for put my floodgate dam up, I did. Today, I put my flood sandbag dam gate up. What I do is I take a tarp and I tape the tarp to the outside of the door and then I pile sandbags on it. Then I wrap the tarp over the sandbags and then I tape off the sides. And now, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, when it floods, it won't enter my house, hopefully. But we did take good care to check the drains yesterday. We put a lot of water in there, and everything seemed to be going down pretty quickly.
I want to say that I'm so sorry for all of your issues you've had in every house you've ever lived in, it seems. And I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm so bored, you know? Your house is flooded so much.
Yeah.
And, like, we're still talking about it.
Well, no, it's just because it's coming around again. But tonight, I'll know if I have to move or not.
Tonight will be the night I will find out if I move. Wait, really?
Yeah, because the boys that I live behind are...
The boys live behind and I'm gonna be in trouble.
It's a kind of a delicate situation and I can't say too much here.
Right. But y'all are having a conversation.
We're having a conversation tonight. But there's a possibility that I might be moving. But I'll still get to be with Kevin, whom I love and who is very supportive, even though he acts like he's not on the internet. He's so really, really nice and really sweet and always helpful.
He helped with the live stream last night.
He helped with our live stream on Patron. If you actually...
Oh, happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everyone. At time of filming, it's not Halloween anymore, but we did a Halloween Patreon where we watched a movie live, and it was so fun.
We watched Death Becomes Her. I spoke to some technicians today, so I figured out what I need to do to make the sound a little better.
But for a first time out the gate,
it was fun.
You did incredible. Thank you so much for doing all that.
I know. I got very high, which made me kind of afraid.
You did.
Which honestly I loved. I had a great time.
You got very high.
You know what I did after you left?
What?
I did more gummies. And then I put on one of those like TikTok collagen face masks that you have to leave on for hours.
Oh.
And I started a new K-drama. It was one of the best nights of my life.
Oh my God, we had so much fun. After the stream, we watched a movie. We ordered some Taco Bell. They're doing a thing right now where they brought back some of the favored Taco Bell items of the 90s. That's the shit I was obsessed with when I was little. The Mexi Melt, the green burrito, the tostada. Excuse me? Thank you to Doja Cat, because without her, they wouldn't bring back classics.
Really?
She's the one that got the Mexican pizza back on.
I trust her and I don't.
She got the Mexican pizza back, and that is my favorite food.
That's all you need.
That's my favorite food of all time. If I have, what's your
last meal?
Last meal. Well, last meal is Mexican pizza. If you could only eat.
What the fuck was that sentence? Last meal is
Mexican pizza. But if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
At every meal?
Yeah.
It's the only food I can have.
I'll give you breakfast. You can eat whatever you want for breakfast, but for lunch and dinner, you can only eat one thing for the rest of your life. It's Mexican pizza.
With no health consequences?
No, not in this world.
Okay, great. I would have the Stouffer's mashed potatoes and fried chicken and corn bowl that you get in the frozen aisle. It is 95% sodium and I should be dead.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel gross. When I eat it, I don't feel good.
No.
Okay? And when I take my finger and I scrape the edge of the hot plastic bowl to make sure I don't miss any of that caked on gravy, I hate me. But damn, it's so good. And I always wish I had more.
You love
Stouffer's. Nothing comes closer to home. My mom didn't cook a lot.
I love that. Darby, how was we haven't even filmed since your trip. Will you tell me about your trip?
Oh my god, this is so... Okay. I'm so sorry for our sudden absence. I had to go to Philadelphia with mother-in-law and husband, and then we ended up going to New York City, and we saw O'Mary starring Cola Scola, and I got to meet Cola Scola, but John Waters was there, and it made me very nervous. And
I stayed here.
I held the fort
down.
No one asked about her while we were there. It was great.
Well,
I had a wonderful time.
Had a couple of run-ins with your neighbors.
I gotta be honest, and you've already been on the app. O'Mary, I knew was gonna be funny. But the fact that Cole was able to make my mother-in-law laugh to a blowjob joke, that's art. That's more than funny.
Did they have blowjobs in Abraham Lincoln times?
Yeah, that's how he found out he was bi. I know. We get to go backstage and meet Cole. Okay, so here's what I did. I went to the street. Okay, I went to Times Square on a Saturday night.
She went back to the streets.
Hell.
Where she started.
And I buy shirt. I buy I Heart New York shirt on street, and I get Sharpie. And then in the heart, I wrote IMHO, so it looked like an IMHO shirt, and then I just crossed through NY because it didn't make any sense. And I thought it'd be funny, and my whole goal, I was gonna be like, Cole, you mean so much to us at IMHO that we actually had this specially commissioned, like specially made for you. I definitely didn't just purchase this on the side of the street. Like, you will not see this anywhere else. And that was gonna be the whole big play up, and then they'd laugh, and then they'd say, can you move in with me? And I'd be like, yeah, it's so sudden, but I never want to live here. Anyway, and then John Waters was there. Now listen, I love John Waters for what John Waters does. John Waters is my shower curtain. I'm a huge John Waters merch from the Academy Museum fan.
Oh, is that because his name is Waters? You keep him in the shower?
No, it's because he's the king of filth. So every time I'm washing my filth away. Did you take a shower while you were here?
No.
Why?
I went home.
I cleaned the shower and we got those new towels.
Oh, I appreciate you. I decided to zip home because you let me use your car.
I did notice there wasn't a lot of hair everywhere.
And that's why I didn't shower here.
Thank you. So we get backstage, and it's tiny, and there's like 10 people in this tiny little area as we're all waiting for Cole. John Waters is right there. The only other time I've ever seen John Waters in my life was in P-Town. He was driving this old car down this walkable street, and I didn't notice that the car was right behind me, and he honked, and he was very angry that I was walking on the walkable road in front of his car. So that's my only run-in with John Waters. I'm sure he's lovely, but he's a very intimidating figure.
I don't have a run-in with John Waters, but one time I was driving cross country to see my friend Sam in Maryland, and I had both of our dogs. We both had little dogs at the time, Potato and Chucky.
Oh, are they dead?
One of them is.
Who?
Potato. The one thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to go see Divine's grave. So we drove over there. We see it because it's actually like trashed and so graffitied, but I think she would love it.
Yeah,
and there's like fishnets hanging off and like little toys, and the dogs saw that we were focusing on that and they pissed on it. But I feel like she would enjoy that.
She would have laughed.
Yeah.
So Cole walks in and immediately starts talking to the two people that are closest to the door, which is right next to John Waters.
Probably floated, but
I back up. You know, I'm like, we must back up because I want to give John Waters plenty of space.
You don't want to get wet.
He was adorable. I will say, I watched the interaction and he was like, I can't believe I'm so late to this. Like, everyone's raving about it. This was incredible. And so that was really exciting to see. Standing icons, exactly. Thank you so much. Then Cole turns around, like, in the middle of their conversation. And because the room is this small, when I say turned around, they did this. And they were like, oh, hey. And so we started the introductions of us as well as John Waters is standing and facing us.
I wasn't there.
Which I wasn't prepared for. I mentally was not prepared for it. Again, I'm sure he's lovely. He's very intimidating.
You didn't have your wetsuit on.
And so, thank you. And I'm introducing the Curtis and the mother-in-law of it all.
Again,
and
not there.
Mama D got so nervous. She went, and I'm Diane. I'm the, and I went, mother-in-law? And then I don't know how Kate, Curtis's sister, her daughter came up, but she said like, yeah, and my sister Kate, and Curtis goes, you mean your daughter? She was,
Aww,
it was so fun.
That's sweet.
I've never seen her starstruck.
That's sweet.
That was really, really fun. Anyway, so I do the spiel. I do the spiel. Oh, we got you this shirt, and we definitely didn't buy it off the street here. This is custom, you know, whatever. I'm
very
building
funny.
up. Sorry about that.
No worries. Bless you.
I think that was a car.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. That scared me.
Sorry, my bra straps.
Your tit fell out. You were so scared.
My bra straps are going crazy.
If you cough too loud, you vibrate your tits. Cole pulls out the shirt and is looking at it as I'm like trying to explain it, whatever. And John Waters goes, what is that? What does it mean? John Waters, listen, I love your work. I love it, and I'm so proud of you. I shower with you every day. This is not the time, John Waters. You mind your business. You lean against the wall.
Oh
and because
my
I
God.
don't have the confidence, instead of being like, oh, because our show is called IMHO and, you know, whatever. Instead, I did the thing where it's like, oh, it's a stupid little online thing. It's just like a dumb little joke.
No.
And I know. It's like, this is my dumb little, like,
You don't need to
show
do
and
that.
blah, blah, blah. And John Waters, like, backed up. I I short-circuited. You know what it was? I set the expectation very high, and then John Waters came in. And you always, here's the thing, life advice. Always prepare for John
rain.
Waters.
For water.
Because you never know when a John Waters will enter a situation, and you need to be able to roll with it and be very open to a John Waters
That's why
appearing
I
in
put
your
my floodgate
life.
dam up, because I'm not
John
prepared
Waters
for
can't.
Waters.
No, not at all.
Wait a minute.
So
John like the toilet. Waters like the water in the toilet.
okay. I said, Cole, you got John Waters right here. I'll let you go talk to John Waters, but can we get a picture real quick? And then they were like, of course. I'm like, God. And I was like, yeah, I just want to make Alexis jealous. And then Cole said, yeah, let's make her cry. Which I thought was really cute because, you know, bringing her pain is something that Cole and I share.
Well, I'm just
We
glad
love
you said
doing
my
it.
name to them.
And I did say Alexis. I didn't say my coworker.
Thank you. Hey, look at me. Thank you.
So we took a picture and we just skedaddled. And I gotta say, I felt so important. Because you go to this Broadway show, you wait in this long line. It was
Not any
sold
Broadway
out.
show. The talk of the town.
I know.
The talk of the country.
I was so excited that my mother-in-law was so impressed. I was
Yeah.
so excited that Curtis was so impressed.
Yeah.
I was so impressed. And then to get to go backstage, and I wanted to see a celebrity. So I'm not saying it's John Waters' fault, because I did wish for a celebrity.
Yeah.
I just should have been more specific.
You did a rain dance and he came. Well,
Big fan.
after seeing the show, did you take the train home or?
No, Curtis drove through Times Square on Saturday night to get us back home.
Darby, can I see you back here?
Yeah?
Just for excuse me. I asked you if you took the train because that's something a lot of people in New York do. It's also what they did in this episode of Dragula. I thought we could maybe do like a Segway Railway into talking about that.
Oh.
Do you want to take it back?
Yeah.
Okay. So Darby, after the train, I'm gonna double take it back.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
you
double
should.
take it
You
back.
should, yeah.
So Darby, after the show, did you take the train back?
No.
Well, then it's a perfect time to talk about this past week's episode of Dragula because they
What?
rode the ghost train.
Ride on the orphan train. Look that up. It's Leanne Womack. It's brilliant.
Where is she?
Probably riding that orphan train.
Well, we're riding a ghost train. It's a girl group
Wow.
challenge. It's lip syncs. They gotta write, gotta do a song. I thought that song by the Blvd Brothers was quite good.
Okay. I agree. Wholeheartedly.
It's not at all what I expected.
Wholeheartedly agree. Loved
Yeah.
it. I must say, Big Boulet's voice was quite recognizable.
Big voice.
Big voice, big tone. Big tone. Every season, it seems like we do Ghost. They do Ghost Ship. They do
Well, there's only so many things you
Ghost.
can do.
So Ghost Train, I've never seen that one. So I was waiting for some sort of like twist, a twist, a turn.
Well, they got to be on a train and they had to lip sync a
Which
song.
is fun.
A performance.
I love going to Carney's where you can eat hot dogs on a train.
Yes.
They have Impossible Burgers. I highly suggest. Remember when we saw that Hot Father and Son?
Yeah.
I still think about that.
Both age appropriate.
For one of us. Now, the thing I didn't understand was why they were broken up into teams.
Groups of
Teams
three.
But why? They weren't judged as a group. They barely performed as a group.
Yeah.
What was the point?
Well, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's the answer?
First up, I want to talk about Majesty's look. Majesty, I liked it. It was kind of Laura Croft. I didn't understand it, but I really liked it. Anytime a coat swishes.
She looked like a bandit. She looked like she was robbing the coaches in the Wild Wild West.
Well, she was a detective, actually, now that I look at it. And that's a magnifying glass.
It says detective dead on the case. Oh, because she's
That's
Ghost.
a magnifying glass.
They had those back then. Yeah, I gotta say overall, sorry to start out negatively, but I am gay. I didn't love this theme. Of all the ghosts that we've seen, this one, the concept was really strange to me. But I liked it, and I love getting shot in the back. The first person to me came on my back.
Kizzy back here.
That's what he said.
No!
so dark.
Jaharia. She's kind of a little...
Was she like the ticket checker?
She's kind of like a ticket taker.
No, wait, she's
like bellhop
holding a Bible.
lady. Oh, she's a Bible girl.
Oh my God, you know those Bible girls.
She's
on
a
that
missionary.
train.
She's traveling to spread the word.
I gotta be honest with you. We've all heard it. The word is spread, babe. We have the internet now. Stay home.
Yeah.
Stay inside
Now you
your
can get the
church.
Bible on a watch.
I've seen that and that makes me laugh. And I listen, if you ever...
You want one and you
I
want to
would
be
love
Julie.
it.
It's like
I would love
Tamagotchi,
it.
but Bible.
And you just press it and you get a little Bible verse. There's no reason for it. I'm deeply obsessed.
Well, Jaharia's was fine.
It was
she was
fine.
Ghost.
None of
I
it was
always like
great.
her makeup.
I love a blue.
Yeah.
I love when dead people blue.
She almost looks like a stewardess.
Yeah, I couldn't
Do they
quite
have those?
figure out what she
Usually
did.
they don't have those for trains, right?
I had a butler when I did train. I did overnight train. I slept. I did cabin. I had my own butler, and he took me to dinner. He said, "Oh, this way, sir."
You had your own, like, purser.
Yeah.
Cool. Vivi the Force. She was like tied up train tracks. She had entrails out. I thought it was okay. When it's like posed, when she's all posed, tied up, I think it looks cool, but otherwise, no.
Moving, it was hard to, again, like, and honestly, most of them felt this way. It was just kind of hard to understand what was happening. It did make me laugh when she said, "I'm sorry I didn't paint my back. I can't see back there." That's so funny. Like, you know you're going on this competition with cameras all around, and you're like, well, if I can't see it, they can't see it.
That's so funny.
Bitch, same.
Love it. Gray Matter, he was an old little prospector. I get that it was simple. I liked it. And it's not draggy, but I liked it.
I agree with Landon Sider. Landon was like, even something as simple as just making the bottom dirtier, like making sort of like a dirty gradient or something, just adding that little oomph of surprise.
Oh, to take it
I
from
know
just
that,
regular
like,
pants to cool. Yeah.
it looks cool, but it also looks like I would have seen that at a party this weekend.
Yeah.
But I didn't get invited to any.
No. People know that you wouldn't have gone.
Oh, I would have said no immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, no, I would have said yes, and then I would have faked a car accident the night of.
Yuri, fresh off the plane. I think she looks beautiful.
She looks gorgeous.
In this gown. She's a ghosty gown girl. Kind of the nanny hair. I love it.
I will say, I thought it was strange that the Boulets went up for this so much when they were so critical of other people not telling the train storyline. I love this. She looks great. And yes, I could see her riding a train out west. You know, she's a Harvey girl, sure. But if I'm looking at it on its own, do I think that's a train ghost?
Oh, no, I would never know.
I would never think that.
I would think that's a ballroom ghost.
But she looks gorgeous.
She looks so
If
good.
when I die next week, I want to look like that when I'm haunting a train.
Asia Consent. Now, she was the coal shoveler.
Then why is she blue? Wouldn't she be
Well,
hot?
she died.
Right, but like if you're a cold person, your whole thing is hot, and if you're evil, you're devil, you hell.
But when you're a ghost, when the flames go, remember Hades? He was blue from Hercules. Oh, you never
No,
saw
I've never
Hercules.
seen it. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Katie, what?
Darby, look at me. I want you to look at me. Look at me. We're watching that the next Patreon watch with IMHO goes to the
look at me.
movies.
Alexis, look
Yeah.
at me. My brother has never seen it either because of our Baptist upbringing, so this might be a better thing for Twin Window to live watch. Thank you. New episodes every Tuesday.
Well, she looks cool.
She looks fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole
Ha Alexis.
Pie
I
has
love
done it
this.
again.
I absolutely
Full
loved
railroad
this.
tied to the railroad, which is something that used to happen all the time in the silent film era, which Darby was there for.
Mm-hmm. I was the prop designer. I was the prop master.
And
I was the reason that girl died.
And I do
Probably
agree
not to
with them.
use
I
real
liked
rope.
that it was like 80s style, like it wasn't 20s.
People can be tied to railroad tracks in the 80s. You don't know.
A lot of dark stuff happens on railroad tracks.
And trains.
Mostly because there's not a lot of lights.
While I was in Philadelphia
She looked
this
really
past
pretty,
weekend,
too.
Onyx on Dix was doing a show and Pi was one of the judges. And I'd been in touch with them to be there. I was so excited to go. But it was right after we had a full day at Longwood Gardens, and then the next day we had a full day in New York. And we got back late at night.
That's
And
okay.
so then the next day we were just so fucking tired that honestly, I forgot about it until it got to the end of the night, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Well,
They were so nice, though.
Here's the thing. I think people know
That
that your
I'm
love
40.
language is...
Canceling.
You do want to be at these things.
And
you want to go there.
That's the payoff in being my friend, is I will show you interest as long as that showing ends at the phone.
And when you make the plans, you do want to go. But then when it comes time, you can't get out. But if you make a plan,
guess who laughs? God.
Hades. Oh, pie looked great.
Yeah.
Would like a slice. I'll order a slice of that, please. You know what I've been really into lately?
Food.
Banana cream pie.
Huh. Is that why you said banana cream pudding the other day and sent me into a frenzy?
Oh, maybe.
So mad at you.
But Magnolia Bakery does have, it's not just banana pudding, it's like a banana cream pie pudding.
But it's banana pudding.
But it's a hybrid. They Magnolia Bakery'd it. Do you understand?
If it was 2006, I would care deeply about what you're saying.
Anti-heroine looks really cool.
Yeah, and very similar to Yuri.
Oh, she's a detective too. She's got like Sherlock Holmes hat.
Oh, the Orient Express. I bet that's what she
Murder
was.
on that Express.
I bet she was.
Yeah. Those movies are garbage, but I do like watching them.
Now, I must say...
I never saw Murder on the Orient Express. The new ones with what's-his-face.
Why would you watch the new ones?
I watched Death on the Nile.
Yeah, with Angela Lansbury?
No, the new one.
Oh, gross. Okay, so she looks great. Auntie Heron looks great. Can we talk about... I know that she's playing up the drama of it all because I think they've all been given that directive at gunpoint, it seems. I don't know why everyone is so obsessed with making drama when it honestly doesn't exist. But she's leaning into what Scylla left us with, which was a whole of annoying. But I love Auntie.
I don't know.
She's my winner. She's my winner.
A word in defense of Auntie. I think there's something we're not being shown. Also, they're living with each other. That's something that we don't really see in the episodes, is that after they film, they go home together and then they work on their stuff during their days off. I think they are.
Oh.
Maybe I'm reading into this because of my bias towards Auntie Heroine. I think she has been... I think that she's been living with Majesty for a certain amount of time, and with that time has grown more and more frustrated with how Majesty is.
For sure. And it seems like the Majesty stuff is in fact real to Majesty, which I think is so sad. That sucks.
But I also think what
Auntie
is saying
Majesty is so annoying.
I feel like she's taken the mantle of like Mother Hen, Anti-Heroine, Mother Hen. I think she was being as kind as she could when really what she wanted to say was, you're fucking annoying and you're a narcissist.
I know, but the way she did it was also kind of
the way
annoying.
that we saw it.
The way that I saw it was also kind of annoying, and I was happy about it.
I was proud that she stood up for herself.
Well, I feel like the drama is so manufactured that I have to be honest, I'm not invested in any of the drama, any of the storylines. I'm just not. But the annoying is real, and you can't fake that. And so seeing it come out in Anti-Heroine, I do feel like, thank God, we have a realistic moment in all of this. But also, I don't want the fandom to hate her. It would tear me apart.
No, and I don't think they will.
You don't think so? She got really annoying.
I don't think so. She was stern.
Doesn't think so. She think was so.
Stern. She was stern, and I appreciated it. Yeah, that's valid. But another option is that this is narcissism.
You know, I think it's TikTok is the reason we say those words.
I think she looks great. Aurora Cosmic, she is a beautiful, glamorous ghost.
Oh, she looked amazing.
She looked amazing. The details were so cool. She got her jewelries stolen.
Now that's a train, because she's got a suitcase.
Because she's got a little suitcase.
She's got a suitcase.
I was a little nervous because this whole time they were saying, like, you're too glamour. Where's the filth? Where's the horror? But they recognized that, like, this is an opportunity to showcase your glamour. And they celebrated her for it. It made me so happy.
Well, she got the note last week of, you need to show us more. But if glamour is your thing, then bring it completely. Really wow us with it.
Yeah.
And then boom, she was able to do that the next week. I think that's great. She looked amazing. And we're not the only ones who thought she looked amazing. The judges did as well, because Aurora Cosmic has won an episode of Dragula.
Yes! She did so good.
That was so exciting.
It was so
I was so happy for her.
Congratulations. Very well done.
And then in the cauldron, she was kind of annoying about it, which I loved. Again, you can't fake that.
You kind of have to be.
You can't fake
to be a drag
that.
queen on TV. You have to have a level of delusion, annoying,
Girl, to be a drag
confidence.
queen in the world, you have to be all of those things. The bottom two, unfortunately, are going to go ahead and have to be Vivi and the other one.
Vivi and Grey Matter,
Grey
they're gonna
Matter.
have to hold on and get electro-fucking-cuted, and whoever holds on the longest gets to stay. Then at the end, they don't show you who died. So we were left with a big cliffhanger.
Yeah, and because I was out of town, I didn't see it until I watched both episodes back to back, and I'm so glad I did, because I can't imagine what you must have thought.
I was
watching
like,
that episode.
well, I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna let them both stay. Like, I'll tell you what, I
They're
did
gonna
not
kill
see
them both.
coming. I did not see coming was this twist.
Which was what?
Which was the very next episode.
What?
We go right into the drama of it all. They bring them in 2 by 2.
Like
and then,
Noah
and
and
then
his ark.
they bring back Vivi the Force. She's explaining like she's happy that she's staying. But then Grey Matter shows up and it's like, well, wait a minute.
I love that they brought Vivian first, because everyone was like, there's no way that she stayed over Grey Matter.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mean.
And then they
but then
brought
she
back
proved
Grey.
it right this episode.
And then some sweet producer. I love that they just used a producer.
Bless her.
I loved her. Just handed in a note. It was from Majesty, and Majesty has removed herself from the competition. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Go.
After seeing all of it happen, and after seeing the footage that they showed a bunch of footage of Majesty breaking down that we didn't fully see.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's the edit, but none of it felt authentic to me. The way that it was being presented to us, I honestly thought it was a Majesty made-up storyline, and I'm so sorry for not, but I believe all women. But I just didn't make sense to me. So then for her to actually leave the competition, and then for us to see the breakdown as she's talking to producers, my heart went out to her. And
my heart did go
honestly,
out to her.
this is the 100th drag show we've watched in the last 3 months. So unfortunately, the whole like leaving mid-competition, the newness of that has worn off. We've moved on.
Right.
So I wasn't like shocked, like, oh my God, I can't believe she left. I didn't know what she was doing there in the first place, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah. I would say inside me there are 2 wolves, and one is nice,
And one's fucking.
and one is a troll.
Oh.
And the troll wolf in me said,
Troll.
why the fuck did you
Troll.
come back here for a second time, taking away a spot? As the girls have said in the first couple episodes, why did you really take away a spot you could have done Titans? Only to leave? Like, why are you giving up? It seems... But then I said, troll wolf, chill the fuck out.
Go in that
Anyone
tunnel.
who prioritizes their mental health
Near her pancreas.
is correct
It's like a
and
deep
right.
hole.
And I'm really happy she's doing that. It's good that she's doing that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Remember when Adore Delano left All Stars early and the internet went nuts? Like, it's a reality show. Let her leave. Who
It's a
cares?
reality show,
and
yeah.
because she left, Vivi was allowed to
They
be
both were
alive.
allowed to stay, yeah.
Well, Grey was going to stay. let's
Did you
be
see
honest.
in the previously on, they even showed Majesty in the Cauldron saying to Grey Matter, like, if I could switch places with you,
Yeah.
I would. I didn't quite know about the montage they showed of, I don't think the girls believed her when she said she was a changed person and was trying to, like, come back, and I was like, I don't know. I believed her, like...
I wish she wasn't changed. She would have been a much more dynamic character.
As a TV, yeah.
She
as
was
a TV
pretty,
watcher.
like, her drag was cool and she was pretty safe throughout the competition. I
thought a lot of her looks were, especially considering season 2, like, so polished. I liked her look.
But aren't you a little happy for the other contestants that now it seems to be a more even playing field?
Yeah.
There was a part of me that was like, I know Majesty is going to go all the way, and that's fine, but it kind of sucks for the other people. So
I didn't think
part of me is like,
about that, no.
yeah, you're selfish.
My wolf troll.
Oh, was that your wolf?
It was a hiccup and a burp. Yes, it was my wolves. So this is a musical episode, and we have a special guest, Alaska, from Drag the Musical, to kind of guide the teams. We get rats and we get snakes. This is a musical unlike anything we've seen on the other shows because they really put him out on that stage and said, you're live singing.
No reverb, no
No
mixing.
reverb, no mixing, no backing track.
No
like,
auto-tune.
No anything. Go. It was insane. I loved it.
It was so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable the whole time.
Well, who is packing for Dragula, or who is auditioning for Dragula thinking, I'm going to sing, you know?
I'll say say that I loved the crossover because we both follow the writer, Ash Gordon.
Yeah.
Hi, Ash. I was so happy. I think any queer art form that can be promoted on another queer show, like, go for it. I was so happy about that.
I didn't realize that Alaska had been working on this for 6 years, and now it's on freaking Broadway.
Off-Broadway.
Well, and now it's in New York, like, off-Broadway. That's so impressive.
No, it is super cool. I wish we had been able to see it while we were there, but...
I wish we'd have been able to be involved.
Ash, this is our audition. We're doing it for you.
Rats, snakes.
So I was really excited that they got that promotion for the show. Unfortunately, I don't know that those performances made me want to go see the musical. Oh,
No,
I'm
I
so
hear
bad.
the
I'm so
musical's
bad. I'm
fabulous.
so bad.
I do wanna go
I'm
see
so
it.
bad. I'm so bad. Oh, I do too. Overall, I didn't care for it, and it was almost too Drag Race.
It was
for
almost
me.
like a full extermination challenge where everyone was in the bottom, and your punishment is you have to do a musical.
And the audience also included in that punishment. Also, it was like if they took all the contestants and they took them out to the woods and they told them they needed to play dodgeball in the woods, and then they needed to go into an unair-conditioned room and do a fashion show. And then the hosts do like 20 minutes worth of a sketch, and they keep going back to the hosts, even though we're not watching for the hosts. Wouldn't that be weird?
I think you should actually watch Survivor because it's not like that.
Oh.
It's actually quite well thought out and well produced.
Okay, I misunderstood. I made assumptions.
No worries. We got 2 groups. We got the rats and the snakes. The rats went first. I will say, Yuri surprised me. I really liked her performance.
I can't remember.
She was the sexy rat.
No,
and
who was this group?
It was Yuri, it was Auntie, it was Vivi, and it was Grey Matter. I don't know if they went first, actually.
No, they went second.
They went second. We're
Well, we don't have to
talking
do
about
that.
them first. Yuri, I thought she did great. She was the sexy rat. I thought she sounded good.
Yeah.
I thought she was giving sexy rat.
She's bringing sexy rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grey Matter did really well, too.
Grey Matter shocked me.
They did such a good characterization.
Yeah.
I loved them. And the fact that they made everyone those cute rat noses, I thought that was really sweet and cool.
I'll put anything you give me on my face, Grey Matter.
Yeah. Vivi was tempo
Bless
challenged.
her heart.
And she was rushing everything.
It did make me think maybe the electrocution should have taken.
Yeah.
Because this seemed like further punishment for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Auntie Heroine. I'm so excited to discuss this with you. I have so many thoughts.
Because I've been a professional actress and I've worked on the stage for many years. Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just going to say because we both watched it. So Auntie Heroine forgot the words, and that
She went up on her words.
sucks. We've all been there. It does not feel good.
I will say...
Other than that, she sounded and looked great.
She sounded and looked great, and I will say, when you go up on your words and you just kind of, like, I thought she covered it pretty well. She mumbled through the part she didn't know, and then she got right back in with the words and the characterization.
At least she didn't do
At
the
least
thing
she
where
didn't,
she
like-
stops and's like,
And
"Oh."
at least she didn't she didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah. But what I found really strange was when the Boulets were talking just themselves, my favorite part. I love when they just talk.
I love when they just
love
talk
it.
themselves.
So they're talking about everything, and it seemed like they were trying to make an excuse for Auntie Heroine,
Well-
which I thought was so funny. They were like, well, she probably got thrown off by Vivi.
As having experience as someone who has been on stage before for many years in many parts, I
Ensemble.
do, ensemble, mostly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see that, Karen?
I just wanted to pay
Can I
homage.
see it? Upstage, if you
upstage
will.
where the ensemble usually is?
Thank you. The way that you said ensemble, it makes me think that you don't have the respect for the ensemble. And in many ways, the ensemble is kind of the third lead in the show. The show cannot go on without the ensemble unless you're doing like the last 5 years. So I just think maybe you should choose your words a little more carefully and show a little bit of respect.
Can I see you a little further back here, but I'm going to stay right here, but you keep going back.
Upstage?
I just want to see what you can do.
Yeah.
Go ensemble.
I've been doing walks every day.
I know, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I go up and downstairs when I have to pee.
Yeah.
I think ensemble, the way I said it, I think it really was more, 'cause
Ensemble.
it was my southern accent coming out, and that just sounds disrespectful no matter what words you say. So I'm really sorry about that. But I do want to push
accept
back. I'm going
your
to push back.
apology.
No, we've already moved past it. Now I don't even know what you're accepting. But I do want to just keep moving forward here, circling back and then pushing forward, never going back. I'm never going back. We're not going back. You know what I mean? Vote on the 4th or whatever. I wouldn't say that the ensemble is the third lead. I'd say the third lead is always New York City.
Of course. Of course.
Anyway.
So sorry. Can I just see you upstage really, really quick?
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure you understand that, like, though it was a short career, it was a very storied and lauded career. I played so many
Unnamed parts.
No. I gave myself a name. You know what it was? It was the same in every show. Harry Bradshaw.
Harry Bradshaw?
Yeah, because I was boy.
Trans.
I was trapped
That's how
in
you
boy
know.
back then.
That's how you
So I was
know.
Harry Bradshaw every single show.
Oh my God.
Except I think one show I did try out Arnold Palmer.
Okay.
Arnie.
Oh, he had a huge cock. If I had been in that cast with you, I would have been one of the leads though, so I probably wouldn't have interacted with you a lot because you were in the ensemble. But
Yeah.
if you had said, this is my stage name, I give myself every time, I'm Harry Bradshaw, I would have been like, you can live your truth. And then I'd give you a couple clean needles.
For my estrogen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or heroin. I don't know how you do your art.
I'll say the tempo does matter. And when you do go that fast, I was trying to...
But they did a chorus before Auntie had to do her part, didn't they?
No. I mean, they did.
So they got back on beat. I'm just saying, I thought it was funny that the Boulets were making an excuse for Auntie Heroin.
But they were there, so maybe there was something that we didn't see, and they were saying that because...
Okay, have you ever heard that song? Were you there when they crucified my Lord?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Were you?
No, but I was in a production of Jesus Christ Superstar one time.
I have to leave this. Okay, you know what's even more boring than hearing about your
What's
flood?
the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's
Okay,
the
so
buzz?
then the next group,
Wait,
were
can I say one thing
snakes.
about that show?
No!
Please. When we did the Last Supper, the communion, all that they bought was egg and onion seasoned communion wafers. They were disgusting. I ate all of them.
I know that about you.
And then we had the snakes.
The standout snake for sure was Pie.
The standout was Pie.
Was
Pie, that
so
voice.
impressed.
Wow.
The stage presence. I just think
The looks.
Pie is so much.
Can I say
I was going to say better, but that's the wrong word
Well-
because I don't want people to think that other people are bad, but she's better than a lot of them. She's so much more well-rounded than I initially thought.
Can I say this?
She's incredible.
Whenever you go and take the clips of me earlier in the season commenting on, I'm not sure about this Pie. It's
she was a
because
total cunt.
I'm a total cunt. I'm a total cunt. I think Pie in Long Table Room and Talking Heads and Boudoir is giving me a type of energy that I'm like, I don't think you need all that kind of nervous, like, how am I being perceived? Will you be my ally energy?
Yes, I agree.
You're better than that. So just
good.
be incredible. Because there's all that conversation about, I'm showing you who I really am. That stuff weirds me out. But you're so talented.
The only truth that could come through in all of that talk is annoying. And you're the right amount of annoying because you're so goddamn good.
Yeah.
Pie is just...
But I am Team Pie. I'm Team Pie.
I'm very Team Pie. 3 point...
It's more just like...
148
Yeah.
something.
3.148429479.
Why do we know that? Why is that important? Why do we need to know about Pie?
I believe that throughout history, the government, the triarchy,
The man.
whoever's in charge...
Sure.
has come up with distractions. And like right now, it's like the drag queens and the trans women.
But before it was Pie.
Earlier in the world, it was gay men, and then it was like all of it. Then at one point, it was Pie. It was like, everyone, look at that. Do you understand?
They have this stuff in Philadelphia called Tasty Cakes, and they're like little snack cakes,
Oh my
but they
God,
have
I love
pies.
Tasty Cake.
Oh,
Oh.
you have Tasty Cakes?
They have them at Jersey Mike's.
They
have
have
little
them
butterscotch
in California?
crimpets. Yeah.
They have them here?
Yeah, at Jersey Mike's. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I would not lie about a Tasty Cake.
That is the most useful piece of information you've ever given me.
Let's go to Jersey Mike's.
No.
You can get a sandwich.
I don't... Listen, I'm not better than Jersey Mike's. I'm not.
They're good.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They're better than Subway.
You're lying. Subway sandwiches, you always know what you're going to get because every time it tastes exactly the same and it smells. And you know what a Subway smells like and it makes you a little sick but also a little hungry.
The ingredients are fresher. They're cutting the meat right when they put it on.
I don't want you messing with my meat ahead of time. I want my meat coming in a plastic bag. I want them to have to check the good sell-by date or whatever on it before they cook it. Or even better, don't look at it and we all play a game of chance. Aurora.
I'm gonna say Aurora. She did good. She's not a singer. She's not a dancer.
Do you remember, this was a million years ago, when Aurora Gosmick first started drag?
Yes.
She had a drag mother.
She did?
Who shall not be named. And that drag mother would bring Aurora to shows or get Aurora booked in shows so that she could practice her lip syncing. And I will say, as someone who was there from the beginning.
Oh, I didn't know that was why. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. She's improved so much. And the fact that she won last week on a performance challenge, which was a lip sync thing, I'm so proud of her.
Well, she's always been...
Y'all have no idea how far she's come.
She's
I'm
always
so proud
been,
of her.
like... Her style of performance is, like, slower, more fluid, but I always got it.
It's fluid now. It was not very fluid before.
Oh.
Have you ever seen me perform?
It
was like that.
We tased ourselves one time. She would book me in her show. She had the show, a really fun brunch show. And one time someone had a taser there and we were like, should we try it? And so we did. She tased me and I think I tased her too. We tased our legs on low settings.
Your teeth look really nice today.
Thank you. I've been brushing them.
No, they look great. I've always
Thank
thought you had
you.
nice teeth.
That's very kind.
I really have.
That's very kind. I'm slowly,
I think it's your gums that I have a problem.
no, my gums are
Yeah,
terrible.
it's tough.
Yeah.
But they're just very sensitive.
Yeah.
I have tooth and gum problems.
Yeah, but yours looks so nice. You always say about different colors. I never see the different colors.
I've worked hard for these different colors. Okay? Not everyone has candy corn teeth. Not everyone can pull off candy corn teeth.
Oh, do you have any more of those candy pumpkins?
Oh, hell yeah.
I need some.
Oh, we've got so many Oreos. No, I ate them.
Also in Snake was Jaharia, who took up the mantle of choreographer, and I think she did a great job. I also thought she sounded great.
I love her so much. I didn't get the feedback that the judges were giving her.
Yeah, I thought she was
I
tops.
thought she was great.
I thought she was tops.
Yeah, I loved her.
I thought her and Pi were
Can
a
I
close
say this,
second.
and I don't mean this as a read. I see Jaharia doing well on a drag race. That's not a read, but it could be taken that way in this environment.
Yeah.
But I think she's so talented.
So talented.
Let go of all the, like, spooky ooky and, like, go dance. Let me see that shit. I just think she's so good and she's so beautiful to me. I think her paint is great. I don't know that I'm getting, like, monster from her. I'm getting, like...
Well, I am.
A woman I would follow around in a bar because I was obsessed with.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get her perspective, but I understand your point as well. I think she could flourish anywhere.
That was perfect.
Last on Snakes is gonna actually go ahead and be Asia Consent. I thought she did great.
Yeah.
There was no glaring mistakes
I love
from
her
me.
so much. Can I say?
Yeah.
I love...
Fucking stunning.
I just love her talking heads. She's so bad at acting. And nothing she says is believable, but I'm so charmed by her. I don't give a fuck. I'll listen. And I love that we've dropped the whole Pi and Asia thing, and now they're just friends. I love that Aurora said on this episode that she felt closer to Asia.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big Asia fan.
Yeah, I thought the Snakes were clearly the winners, the tops.
It did make me laugh, though, when they were doing the choreography. The editor, I have to say, did a wonderful job, because the Snakes were doing, like, choreography, and the rats were...
doing boy, crazy boy. You know, when I was in West Side Story.
No, you know what we don't have time for? Any of that. The editors kept cutting back and forth. So they'd cut to, like, the group doing actual choreography, and then they'd cut and they'd still be snapping.
And the girl that
if
they
you want to
got
get to the boys' hole, you gotta pay the trolls toll.
She was kind of like, like, they were really funny. That was funny. We do have a bottom two. It's actually, well, first, they take the winners and they say, guess what? You're choosing who's up for extermination tonight.
That was the winning team. The winning team is going to help decide who's up, but the winner of the entire thing.
Oh, the winner of the entire thing is Pi. Congratulations.
I'm so happy for her.
Snake Pi. Ooh.
So they get to pick the bottom two.
Now here's what
I
loved it too. I loved it because they first paired off and they were like, this is our chance. We can fucking get Auntie and Grey Matter down there. Those are our two biggest competitions. Blah, blah, blah. And they talk a big game. They all come around. They're very delicate with, like, not bringing up their ideas too quickly. And then they're all ready to go. And then they come back on stage and they say, we're going to go with your critiques and go with Auntie and Vivi. And I'm like, what producer told y'all not to put Grey Matter up? Because
I loved it.
It was insane.
I loved it. It was so funny. It was so exactly how I would play the game. Like, I'd be talking such a big game when it's just me and one other person.
Oh, yeah.
But then as soon as we get on stage, I'd be like, I want to compete against the best. Which I want everyone to know I never want that.
No.
I never want to compete against the best.
No.
I want the best to oversleep. And then they get on stage and they're like, Vivi, we'll put Auntie and Vivi in the bottom, which is an automatic send home for Vivi.
Yeah.
But
Although I didn't know for sure because the Extermination was a lip sync, which, by the way,
again,
I don't want to lip sync.
It's so Drag Race. What was this episode?
I think it was... I don't know, but I didn't really want that. I want to see the Dragula. I want to see the gore. I want to see the shock. I want to see the horror, the film.
I know. Auntie was mesmerizing.
I will say, Vivi seemed a little defeated.
The light had drained from her eyes. Well, because she's not dumb. She was just in the bottom. She hasn't been doing as well as Auntie Heroine. It's clear she's out.
Yeah.
So I get the whole, like, oh, I have to go through the motions and such as, and therefore... But I didn't like that it ended on a lip sync. That was so dumb. At least, like, bury them alive or something while they sing.
make them lip sync and
make them lip sync in a tub of snakes or whatever.
Mm. Or since they were rats, make them like have to do rats or something.
I love rats. Rats are very friendly.
You love rats.
They're very smart.
Until you put them in a bucket on your chest and then light the back of the bucket. They're scratching, they're squeaking. That happened in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I thought that was Camp Wanakiki. So we say goodbye to Vivi. Sorry, Vivi. Goodbye. So that is another double episode. May the force be with you. We will be back next week on time. Neither of us is leaving town unless there's a personal tragedy or something. Oh, Darby. You can never plan on that. Darby. Remember, always plan for John Waters.
Darby, I forgot to tell you.
What?
I'm actually going out of town on Tuesday.
Can we talk about this in credits chat?
I'm still ready to vote.
I'm
still registered to vote in Chicago.
So if you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, of course, the notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com.
On Cameo.
IMHOtheSHOw. We're both on Cameo.
You can get a Cameo. You get a IMHOtheSHOw.com.
And all of our merch is on dragqueenmerch.com.
Okay, say your stupid shit.
No, I was just trying to get a rise out of you.
I
was just trying to get it right. Well, it only pertained to what we just said.
Well, keep going.
Okay, so by the way, Darby, I actually am.
You got right into character.
Well, an actress prepares. You know, I'll never forget when I was in.
Actor. You really are.
Are you acting right now?
No, I'm not a good actor.
Ah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. You know,
You're so annoying.
I've been great.
But I think you're so talented. You're one of the more talented people I've ever met.
I've been craving it. Thank you so much. Well, I will say.
But you have no follow through.
No,
you're just so sad.
That's why I loved being in the ensemble and being your sidekick, because I get to have all the fun, I get to do all the imagining, but I don't have any of the pressure. You know what I mean?
See, that's what's going to make us doing Drag Taskmaster so difficult, because you'll have to be the Alex Horn, and Alex Horn does all the work.
Well, I'm plenty horny.
And you're super tall like him.
Thank you.
And it's not just that you don't believe in yourself. You just don't finish things.
I believe in myself.
And you don't have a good relationship with a psychiatrist to fix those things. And just ultimately, it's hard.
My therapist said she could recommend a psychiatrist.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Do it.
Because I forgot I have insurance.
Do it, girl.
Yeah.
I want you to be sane, bitch.
Thank you.
No, you are pretty sane.
Could you imagine if I had medication? I would be, and I'm already like doing pretty well. I've been on 4 walks this week.
You are
I'm doing so much better.
You know what I think has helped a lot? Not just that you have a boyfriend.
The hormones.
Oh, the hormones?
The tits.
No, but I mean, in recent time. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think your boyfriend has helped a lot.
I gotta say something really gross.
I think because your boyfriend I think it's because your boyfriend's kind of gay.
Oh yeah,
and I think that helps. I think you needed a gay guy.
Well, but he's still much like Carrie Bradshaw, and maybe because I'm obsessed with that show. I am someone who was constantly looking for love. Can't
in all the
live
places looking for love.
That's a different reference, and it's ruining my monologue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am someone who is looking for love. Can't live without each other.
Living without Alexa. I'm so sorry.
So anyway, that was my whole.
I didn't have a song. I just couldn't.
You know how some people like that's their goal in life is to like.
Some people have a goal.
You think I'm annoying?
Everyone has to be annoying in their own way. My playing is really entertaining.
Oh my God, that
Just
does
kidding,
remind
go
me
ahead.
that
Do
when
your
I did
monologue.
Gypsy.
No, go ahead. Tell us more about
I
your
played Tulsa.
history.
No, I didn't play Tulsa. I played LA. And
What does that mean?
okay, all the boys in the ensemble are named where they picked the boys up on because they used to do the
Oh, like serial killers.
no, they used to do back in the day
Vaudeville.
on the vaudeville circuit. So like Tulsa is the main guy who spoiler runs off with baby June. She's not really baby. She's a full grown woman.
But
and
she's
then
got the voice
there
of a
was
baby.
like Dallas, I think, or something, the other New York, and then I was LA. And in the part when she would sing Some People, there's a line where she goes, "Hey LA, I'm coming your way, some people." And she would always look off to the side at me because I was in the wings. And I would always have a different outfit on when she sang it. And then we had to be on like right after to do a little dance. So by the end of the run, at first I would be like, I would like wave, or I'd like have a broomstick or like whatever. Or like I would have her dog. She used her own dog in the show, her little Chowsy. I forget her name. She had her own dog.
It's probably dead.
Oh, it's so cute. Anyway, and then by the end, I was getting in full other people's costumes, like full wrong part. So she'd come and she'd do a thing, and then she'd go, and then like go back off and finish her song. And it was a little joke between us, two professionals on the stage. And then I would go and I would sing, "Broadway, Broadway, we miss it so. We're leaving soon and taking June to travel in a show." I miss that. I love Gypsy. And you know, maybe someday I can be one of the ladies, then all them other ladies, because gotta get a gimmick. Maybe someday I can do gotta get a gimmick. And then I also was thinking, because I do miss the theater, it calls to me. I was also thinking maybe someday when I'm old enough, I could be Madame Horrible. Because I could sing it. She only sings in one song. And I could do it original key. You know what this fucking bitch said to me last night? I could kill you. We were obsessing about all the Wicked stuff that's coming out. We were talking about the Dancing Through Life snippet that just got released. That just a little bit of Dancing Through Life. And she says to me, "Did you see they lowered the key?"
They did lower the key.
I don't give a fuck.
That wasn't a read. I was just saying, did you see that they lowered the key?
The way you said it was kind of like the way you said ensemble earlier.
It was a southern accent. You need to grow up.
I've got to say this. Look at me. Look at me.
Thank you so much for... Oh, my God.
Jonathan Bailey, we'll lower more than keys. We'll lower my pants because there is, respectfully...
You don't wear pants.
There is, and you see why. It's because Jonathan Bailey is in the world now. And he is so attractive. And so, like, and I don't mean hot. He's attractive. His personality, his talent attracts everyone. And he's going to be in the new Jurassic Park. And I'm going to be a monster when that comes out.
I think he's too pretty. I like a little ugly.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Have you seen Bridgerton?
Hang on. Alexis. I want to say...
I got to breathe.
That was so interesting. Everything you said was so interesting.
Thank you.
And I'd love to keep that energy going. So tell us more about your house flooding. Do you have your bags up yet?
I got my bags up.
Wow.
I did a whole thing. The bags we had last year, someone had left them out in the sun.
Oh, no.
So the bags around the sandbags.
Oh, wow.
Deteriorating. So every time I would pick one up, it would just kind of the mummy out. Right. Remember when the mummy happened and he was sand through the keyhole?
Yeah.
And he would just kind of, that was what it was like. So I had to take other trash bags. I went to the boys' house and used their trash bags, and I would...
How could you tell what was a trash bag?
Scoop it in, and I would scoop it in.
All kind of trash.
And I would scoop it in, and I placed them, and then I took the tarp and I wrapped it around. There's no water getting in. But like I said, we did check the drains. They don't seem to be clogged, and I'm just so grateful. But this journey might be over soon. I might be moving again, which get ready. I'm gonna have a lot to talk about when that happens. But I'm dealing with things better. I'm dealing with things faster because I am in therapy. And you know what has helped me this week? She said, because we were talking about how I would walk JB 4 times a day, or take her out 4 times at least, but at least do like a couple big walks a day. And I was talking about how I wish I could move my body a little more. And she was like, well, you do these things for other people. You do these things for JB. Why can't you do these things for yourself? And I was like, oh, yeah. And so that's really helped me, JB, thinking about, you know, how I want to make sure she gets her energy out. She gets to enjoy the outside, the outdoors. And I got to say, even just doing it these 4 days, I do feel better. I feel lighter. And I feel less bloated. But I have been making spaghetti. And I've been eating a lot of it. So it's kind of switching back and forth. That's life, you know. You give a little, you get a little back. Ebbs, flows, peaks, valleys, and I live in the valley currently. Love to move out of the valley. What do you think? Next couple of years we'll move out of the valley? Maybe move to the beach? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I had to keep you going. So what if the water gets like higher than your bags? What happens then?
Well, I don't see that happening, but if it does, then it would be like that would be too, like, everybody would be affected by that, not just me. So I have contingency plans. You know, I have all my gowns on one rack now, so I can like put trash bags on them or put tubs underneath them if need be. So if the water does get higher than that, hopefully I'll have time to get my gowns safe. I don't really have much on the ground, so I think I'll be okay. But I may not even have to worry about it because I might be moving in like 2 months. So actually I am moving in 2 months. As soon as this lease is up. Mine is up in January, theirs is up in December, but as soon as the lease is up, I'm getting out of there because I can't deal with the floods, I can't deal with the ants, I can't deal with the heat, and you probably don't want to hear about that stuff anymore. Of course I will have a whole new list of things to complain about, so but it'll be different.
Thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more, I don't know, like flood talk. I don't know.
Did you know about YouTube? I've been watching this girl, Rachel Maxey, on YouTube. I love her.